Hi viewers, welcome to Mind and Destiny. This is the first video I'm making for the year. I'm gonna be showing you how to make homemade Nigerian meat pie. So sit back, relax, and while I show you every step. Number one, I have a dried pan here on the stove. I have my flour. I have my feta, the bowl to mix. I have my baking powder. I have my flour. I have my beef and another beef, cow beef here. And I have nutmeg. All these are the things you need to get. I have salt. This is salt. So everything should be right. But the first thing you want to do is slice up onions, slice up carrots, and you can slice up potato also. But since I really don't like those, I'm going to be using just the beef, grinded beef. So the stove, you turn on your stove, and the first thing you want to do is get your meat ready that you're going to put into the meat pie when you're done. So I put in oil on my pan. Normally this stuff, they have oil fats on their own, so I really don't like using that. So you allow this to heat, and then you add your beef to it. I have another one here also, your grinded beef, and then you allow it to cook. After allowing it to cook, you put it aside, and then you get 2 cups of flour, pour it in your bowl, filter it, and then you add your nutmeg to it. Add half spoon of baking powder to it, but I will show you every step. So first, this is what we're doing, and I'm getting a fork or a spoon, and I'm adding this. And you just allow it to cook. So I'm going to show you how it turns out to be when I'm done. So sit back and relax and watch. So now I'm adding ingredients to it, and this is my curry. I'm adding little curry to it, adding little maggi to it, my bouillon, and I'm going to be adding little thyme to it. You can see. So you got it there, and then you stir. I'm stirring right now. You can add salt to it also. I'm going to be adding little salt to it right there. See, we're almost getting what we want. The color is there. It's coming up. We're almost there. So, we've gotten what we want. This is what you're going to put inside your flour after you've done everything. That's the meat we're talking about for the meat pie. So we've gotten this, so we're going to put it aside, and then we're going to start with our flour, the preparation of the flour. You get your bowl, your filter, your salt, your baking powder, your nutmeg, and everything. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, this is 1 cup. I'm putting 1 cup in here, and then I'm going to filter it. I just have to put my nutmeg in here to filter with it also. So as you can see, I just added nutmeg in here, so it's filter time. It makes it smooth, so when you're mixing, you don't have to go through all the stress of. So you can see what we have out. So I'm going to put this in the trash, and I'm getting another 1 cup of flour. This is all-purpose flour. It can go for anything: pancakes, chinchi, meat pie, and so on and so forth. So I'm adding another one, and then I filter it. So that gives you 2 cups of flour. Yep. And then the next thing to do, you get your butter. Mine was kind of freezing, but it's much better right now. So I'm going to slice it up and put it in the microwave for a little while so it can just melt up a little bit. You put in your butter in here, and then you add a little of baking powder, add tiny salt, and then you mix. You begin to mix. I will show you what to do. You add little water to it, and then you mix until everything gets in together. All right, welcome back. I have everything in here already. My flour, a very tiny baking powder. This is the butter. I didn't really want to go through the stress of smashing, so I had to use microwave to just melt it for it to be easy. And this is my egg. You use the egg yolk. I have 2 in here. So what you're going to do now is pour in your butter. In there. Wash your hands. You can use this or you can use your hands, but I'm going with my hands, and I'll begin to mix, and then add my egg to it to get what I want. So you start mixing, and then you add your egg. Okay, all right, and then make sure you have your milk ready. I have my milk also. I'm going to add to it, not too much. I'll show you what I'm about to do. All right, as you can see, already mixed and mixed. You can use more than 2 cups of flour, but I didn't really want to do much because. And then you add your milk. Keep adding. So you keep mixing until you get what you want. Okay. Yes, viewers, as you can see, I've gotten what I want, and it is just right. And mind you, when you're trying to mix and it's too soft, just get a spoon and take little flour and sprinkle on top, and then you continue. When it's too soft, that's when it's too soft. Yep. Sometimes the milk or the egg, if your flour is not too much, it's going to be too soft, and then you have to add little flour to it. So this is my stuff already. Yes, as you can see, I'm all set with my flour. This is it, as you can see. And the next thing, some people leave their own for like an hour or 2, but I always go straight to the point. So it's getting your slicing board, which is your cutter, the big one or the small one, or rolling board, or call it rolling board. And then get your roller. You cut a little. Let's say you start with something like this. You roll, and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I've gotten my mixing the way I want, and that is it. So this is my board. I don't want to use the big one. Oh, let me get the big one. This is a big one. First and foremost, back home, this is how my mom taught us. You sprinkle flour on this so it doesn't get stuck to the board. When you put your flour, it doesn't get stuck. And then you cut, and then you put it on here, and then you can sprinkle a little on top, so when you want to roll, it will be easier for you to roll. See, it didn't get stuck. And then you get what you want to use in rolling, and then you start rolling. You roll until you get to a very even surface, and then you cut something round. I'll show you. Just sit back and relax. So as you can see, I already rolled it out, and you see how flat it is now. And then you get something round. This is homemade. You don't need to be perfect. You get something round, Let me come closer. This is it. And I have something that has a very round mouth. It's one of my cups. And see what I'm gonna do. Some people go bigger. You see, I got this round, and then we roll it. You can put it aside and then you roll, or you can use something bigger and then roll. I will get something bigger and show you what it looks like. So as you can see, we got a bigger one right here, and then I got something small. Then the next thing to do is roll it a little bit so it can occupy what you want to put inside. You roll, and then I'll show you when I'm putting stuff inside. So I'm about to put in some of my already made meat. You don't need to put too much. Well, it depends on what you want. You can add as much as you want to add to it. So this is the first one. Using a fork to spread it, and then you fold. You fold in. As you can see, it's folded in. And then I'm going to use the fork to close. See? Let me add some flour to it. See what we have right here? And then sometimes you poke a hole in here. 1, 2. So while it's cooking, the stuff can go in there and cook properly also. So this is how you're going to continue making it. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. We got the first one there, and then we're going to line them up in your pan, and I'll show you after I'm done to see how it turns out to be in the pan. So this is our second meat pie. It's getting better and better. So we're getting there. So poking a hole in it, and here you go. So you continue like that. So viewers, this is the outcome of my meat pie, and it's already on my pan that I'm going to put in the oven. Well, I did something different, and I ended up, this is a beans pie. I added beans in here, beans, and then this is a meat pie, and then this is like a sausage roll. So this is the meat pie. Right now I'm preheating the oven. So you preheat your oven for 5 minutes, and after 5 minutes you put it into the oven, and that is it. You keep checking it. To me, I want to put it in there for like 35 to 40 minutes, but you keep going back to check it to make sure everything is all right. So this is the meat pie, the African meat pie, homemade. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me for more cooking recipe and baking, and I'm going to show you the outcome when the meat pie is ready. Thank you, viewers. Please click and subscribe. This is the meat pie. We ended up doing 40 minutes, so I'm about to pull it out so you can see very well. And there you go. This is the outcome of the meat pie. Yes, it looks so good. This is it. This is how it all came out. Oh, I can't wait to try this. So please, everyone watching, click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you. And this is a homemade meat pie, the African homemade meat pie. So follow my recipe, and I'm gonna give you all more cooking recipe and baking recipe. Thank you, my viewers. Thank you, my supporters. Click on the subscribe button and follow me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy New Year to everyone. This is our first video of the year, my first video of the year for cooking. Thank you. I appreciate you all, and still blessed. Peace out.